Good morning. Welcome to all. Just a quick feedback from you. Is my voice clear? You can use the Q&A or the chat to confirm. If you have any queries, you can use the Q&A. Please confirm if my voice is okay, so that I'll start with the presentation. Anybody? All right. I'm assuming that you're able to hear my voice. Yeah, Vishnu, you can use the chat box to type. Okay, thanks for your confirmation. Let's start the session today. Good morning to everyone. Welcome to Algomojo platform demonstration. Today, we are very happy to showcase our innovative solution that simplifies the process of automating your trading signals and order placements in your Demat account. Our platform caters to traders and investors. Either you could be a new somebody who is new into trading, automated trading, and or you are an experienced person in the stock market. You will find value in our offerings. We have developed advanced features aimed at elevating your trading strategies and helping you to unlock your full potential in the market. Let's embark on this journey together as we explore the cutting edge of trading technology. Yeah. You can use the Q&A to type in any questions that you would have. Yeah, during the course of the session, if you have any queries that you want me to address, kindly use the Q&A for sending me a message. If you want to see anything in particular, or you want me to elaborate something, or you want me to explain in detail further, kindly use the chat box Q&A window to type in your questions. I'll address it. Thank you. See, the agenda for today is we will have a small introduction to the Algomojo platform and its features. Then we'll look at how do we do the integration with TradingView. Then how do we do with an integration with Amibroker and your broker account. A small brief about Algomojo support. We'll have a Q&A session. If you have any queries during the course of the presentation, kindly feel free to ask the questions. I will address that. Yeah. Algomojo is a cutting-edge algorithmic trading platform that provides traders with an ability to design, test, and deploy their trading strategies. It's a very user-friendly interface and has got robust features. A lot of people have found that Algomojo is the go-to platform for their trading on a day-to-day basis. The platform supports a wide range of asset classes, allowing traders to diversify their portfolios and explore various trading opportunities that are available for all. Algomojo is a web-based strategy execution platform. It is designed for traders to automate their trading signals that you would be running on various charting platforms. We have integrated with some of the popular charting platforms like TradingView, Amibroker, MT4, Charting, NinjaTrader, yes, Google Sheet, Chrome extension, Excel, and Python are also among the others. We provide common API connectivity to multiple brokers. We provide execution modules, and we provide sample codes which are compatible with various trading platforms, which will help you to automate your signals from your charting platforms. We aim to make algo trading experience more efficient, simple, and user-friendly. Some of the key features of Algomojo. I'll briefly tell you about the features now, and when we go into the actual platform demonstration, I'll take you in detail about all these features and how they work. Yeah, some of the key features include you can customize your order execution. Traders can create a custom order management module to suit a specific trading preferences and objectives. Uh, Say if you're a trader and you would like to choose to trade in either equity, futures, or options, the system has these facilities built in for you. Then if you're an options trader, you can select the option strikes to be traded either dynamically, or if you decide that you want to trade in a particular strike on a given day or with a given strategy, that can also be, that is also possible. It is pretty flexible for you to choose whether you want to select the ATM, ITM, or OTM dynamically based on the spot price moments, or you want a particular strike to trade. You can choose that also in the platform for trading purpose. Then if you're an option buyer, yes, there's facility to buy. So, or if you want to sell options, whenever your platform is generating a signal, that's also possible. You can hedge you can do hedge buying or hedge selling also. That is, if you are wanting to take a hedge portion along with the main position, you can do that also. And if you are looking at placing multiple orders or large quantity of orders, we have a facility for order splitting. So if anything beyond the freeze quantity, the orders will be split and multiple orders will be placed. You need not have to worry about placing multiple orders for large quantity order executions. In terms of risk management, we offer target and stop loss, which can be set either in points or percentage of the premium or the future or this LTP that is being traded of, say, options or futures or equities. If you look at, say, a particular option strike that you have taken, say, for example, at 100 rupees, and you want to set the target as 50 rupees and stop loss as 20. So if you have set target as 50, once the premium reaches 150, the portion will be squared off. Or in case there is a loss by 20 points, if the premium comes down to 80, the portion will be squared off. Of course, you can set in a percentage terms also. You have that flexibility to define that. Then you can customize the timings that you want to trade in. Some people would not like to trade during the morning session when or in the closing session. You can set the time in our platform as to when these signals should be executed. If you don't want to trade before 11 o'clock in the morning, or don't want to take any trades for the signals which come in or get generated after, say, 2:30 or 3 o'clock, you want those to be ignored, you can set those parameters accordingly in our platform itself. You need not have to get to coding those in TradingView or Amibroker to stop sending the signals. We will do that activity for you. Then, of course, if you are a daily day trader, and you would like the square offs to be done at a particular time instead of waiting till the market closure or the broker expiry time closure, you can set the expiry time. Then you have the facility for setting the rollovers also. So these are timings which are set, which can be set, preset in the platform itself. We will go through all these things when we are looking at the actual platform as such shortly. Some of the features that are continued are the rollover. You have, if you are a weekly trader, if you want to trade weekly strikes, you can do that. And system will automatically roll over on the expiry day at a set time automatically. You need not have to worry about closing the existing portion and taking the portion for the next week kind of activity. Of course, we do provide paper trade. So once we suggest all to kindly use the paper trade facility so that you can get a feel of whether the process is going as per your requirement. That is from signal generation to order closure to execution of multiple orders. Once you're satisfied that all orders are getting executed, all systems are working as per your expectation, then you can go in for paper trade. Sorry, live trade. So till then, you use the paper trade facility that we allow. These are inbuilt facilities available for everybody. You can make use of this paper trade. And once you have optimized your trading platform parameters of the order management parameters and the signal execution parameters, you can go in for live traders. There are certain rules that we have checked based on various strategies which people use for trading. These are broadly classified as depending on the requirements of the users. There are people who would like to take only long signals. For them, there is something called a long trade only that can be enabled, or people who want to try only short trades can choose for execution of only short trades and not the long trades. Or if you want to trade in both type of signals, whether long or short, that also you can set. And there are some strategies like a super trend, which are always in trade, either long or short. So yeah, you can use something like a stop and reverse kind of rule, which helps you to be in trade as per your strategy that is defined. We will go through these also. Okay. Now, people who would get in, who do options trading and or even futures trading, and would like to hedge their positions, or you want to, you have strategies like straddles and strangles or butterflies or synthetic futures. These can be set and customized as per your requirement, and based on the signal, multiple orders will be placed by the system itself. There is a facility for receiving notification on Telegram channel. It's pretty easy to set it up. All you need to have is a Telegram account, and whenever the signal reaches from your charting platform onto your broker account, and when the order gets executed, both these notifications can be received on your Telegram, so that you are aware that yes, orders are getting placed on your account. Of course, people who trade multiple symbols based on single strategy or multiple strategies, you can create a watch list. And whenever the signals are received for those stocks which are there in the watch list, the orders will get executed. There are reports which you can download for the number of signals that you have received in a day, or orders which are placed in a day, or the portions which have been taken up during the day. You can download these reports for your further analysis, and any changes that you want to do, you can do it. Yeah, before getting into, yeah, they some of the brokers that we have already integrated for automation would include close to about 23 brokers, so to say, includes all the major names, so like Angel to Allies Blue to Dun to Upstock to Zeroda. All these brokers are integrated. Now, if you open an account using Algomojo referral, I'll show you also how to do that. The entire platform, there are no charges for you get the APIs free of cost, which will enable you to automate and avail all the features that we provide in our platform. Or if you already have a trading account and you would like to use our platform for automation, you get a 7 days trial. Post that, you can get into a subscription model. We'll go through the pricings that are available for users during the course of the presentation. Excuse me. Yeah, for people who open a new account, the APIs become free with almost all the brokers except for people like Shunya or Motilal or ICICI Direct and Kotak. Most of them, most of the others are it'll be free of cost. Of course, Zerodha charges their own. Yeah, they have their own charges for API. They charge 2,000 rupees as the API charges. Except Zerodha, no other broker charges they have got any charges associated with the APIs. All of them free of cost. So request you to kindly use the facility that we have to open an account and avail the APIs free of cost for life. And you get the benefit of all the features that we went through now and will be seeing in the platform free of cost for you. Yeah, before getting into this, let me take you through our website. Our website is algomojo.com. As mentioning you that if you open an account using Algomojo as a referral, that is use this tab, mention which is the broker with which you want to open an account. This is the here you have got a list of the API integrated brokers currently. So you can choose any of these and enter your name, email, and mobile number and follow the process of account opening with the respective broker that you've selected. Once the account is open, you will get an API which will be free of cost for life. Now, for people who already have an account and would like to uh, go in for a subscription kind of model after the free trial period, the pricing that is available would be that zero for people who use the platform to open a new account, who use our platform for opening a new account with any of the brokers. For others who want to use their own the existing broker account or demat account, you have a monthly, half yearly, and a yearly plan. So yearly, if you subscribe for a yearly plan, it works out 500 rupees per month for you. So depending on the requirement, depending on the suitability of the platform, you could avail any of the subscription models which are there, or if you already have an account with one broker and to avail the facility, you can open another demat account using our platform and get all the features and facilities free of cost for life as such. Now, once you get into algomojo.com, you can log into any of the brokers from here itself. So let's do a login. So for today's demo, I'll be using an account of TradeGenie. So let me do this again. All you have to do is go to the login, the home page here, use the login button. It'll ask which broker you want to log in with. Either you can select from the drop down or from the icons provided here, choosing TradeGenie. So first time when you're trying our platform, you will need to register as a new user. Since I already done that, I need to use the broker's credentials of client ID, password, and the TOTP. Let me log into this account. The credentials to login will be the same as what you use for login to your broker account, either on the mobile or on the web page that they provide. It's the same credentials. Typically, when you log in, you will get a home page which is same for all the brokers, irrespective of whichever broker you're using. It could be Zerodha, it could be Angel, Alice, everything. Any broker, the home page is the same. It will give you a summary of all your funds and what are the holdings, value of your holdings, what are the orders placed, portions which are open. These summaries would be provided in the home page. Then you have a provision to create 5 watch list on the homepage itself. And on the right side, you will see the dashboard, which is this. And then you can also look at what are the trades that have been executed in your account on the given particular day, orders and portions which are open. These can be seen from here. Now, on the left side, you will notice that there are a few tabs which are provided. The first tab is about my API. Now, in case you want me to address anything, you kindly use the Q&A box to type in your queries. I will address it as we go along. Thank you. So once you go to this My API section, you will be able to see your client ID, the API allocated to you, API key, API secret. You'll also be able to notice the expiry date, how many days it is valid for. And if you're on a subscription model, you use this button to renew your API. You can go in for a monthly, half yearly, or yearly plan, depending on what you choose as such. Coming back here. Yeah. So this is about the broker API details that we provide for the users. Now, coming back onto the presentation, the automation actually happens in it's a two-step process. In the first step, what we do is we define the order management parameters, like what is that you want to trade, whether you want to trade in futures, you want to trade in options, whether you want to trade in equities, or whether you want to do an intraday trade, or you want to do what is the kind of order, how many lots or what quantity that you want to trade, the end time, exit time, all that are the order management parameters that you need to define in Algomojo in the website we just saw. And once you define that, you enable the paper trade or live trade. Like as I mentioned, kindly start with the paper trade to check how the entire process goes. And if it is meeting the requirement of yours, then you can switch to the live trade. It is a pretty simple process. We will see it, how the entire thing is done as we do a demo. The second step is to automate in the trading view and Amibroker. So here in TradingView, what we need to do is based on the strategy or the indicator from which you will be generating your signals as a buy, sell, short cover. You'll need to create an alert. We will see how to do that. That needs to be done in TradingView. Then for Amibroker, there are certain modules that needs to be downloaded and installed. Once it is done in both TradingView and Amibroker, you will need to update a webhook URL based on the order parameters. A webhook URL will be generated in Algomojo platform, which you'll need to just do a copy paste. So the entire process is split into two. One is what you define in Algomojo, and the second is the setup in either in TradingView or Amibroker. For the automation process, what we have, our aim has been to provide a platform which is simple and easy to use. So all you need to do is two things, two things, copy paste the webhook URL and the message content that needs to be pasted in TradingView. You need not have to have any kind of programming knowledge or any kind of code modification, code insertion, or opening your Pine script code or Amibroker code to include certain things in that. It is not required at all. It's a very, very simple process. Just two things to be copied and pasted from Algomojo onto either TradingView or to Amibroker. We will see how to do that. It's not at all complicated. People with a bit of how to use a computer and a system will be able to automate the strategies. There's absolutely no requirement for any technical knowledge in terms of coding or programming of the strategies that you run. All you need to have, of course, is a strategy which generates a buy, sell, short cover kind of signals. So once you have a strategy running either in TradingView or Amibroker, we can help you to automate those strategies to execute the orders in your broker account. We have kept it very, very simple. Just copy paste two things. We will be seeing in the next step as to how do we do that. Yeah, most important thing is there are certain rules that we have studied and shortlisted under 5 groups, so to say, which is based on the requirements of the traders or the investors. What we have seen is people who want to trade only long signals. The recommended rule to be selected in Algomojo, we will see that process is long only. The other, if you are a trader who wants to take only short signals, then you have to take this rule called short only. Or if you want to trade both long and short, then you can use the long plus short or long plus short, buy, sell, short cover. Normally, what we have seen is in Amibroker, the short and cover are actions or parameters which are provided. However, in TradingView, you will find it is only buy and sell. Normally, 95. Now, majority of the strategies are buy and sell signals. There are some strategies or some codes which are available, which could also generate short and cover kind of signals. If it is available in your trading strategy, the that you're running, the short and cover signals also, then you can use the long plus short, that is buy, sell, short, cover. Otherwise, the long plus short is sufficient. And if your strategy, both either in Amibroker or in TradingView, is something like your super trend, which is always in trade. So it takes a long entry, then it takes a short entry by closing the long entry, and it happens vice versa. Then you can use the rule called stop and reversal. We will have a look at as to how to use these rules where during the course of the demo. Yeah, MT4 is definitely possible. MT4, today we have not organized the demo for MT4. We will be looking at uh, TradingView mainly. And if people are interested, we can look at Amibroker also. Now, for MT4, the rest of the features are all the same. The process of doing the automation is also the same. So I request you to go through the entire presentation today, and we can get in touch with you after the presentation and help you out in terms of your MT4 automation. It's a simple process. Just two things again: copy paste the web URL and copy paste the message box content. MT4, we will need to add 2 lines into your code, which again is very simple. We can show you after the demo as to how it is done. Thank you. Let's look at how do we do with integration with TradingView. For today's demo, we will look at how to do automation of a super trend kind of strategy. Then let's look at an indicator-based strategy also, indicator-based automation, and a price-based uh, automation. How do we do that? Which could be a price level like a support or a resistance level at which you want the orders to be triggered or signals to be triggered, or a trend line breakout or breakdown. If that happens, how to place an order. We will look at those kind of things in the TradingView automation. Any queries so far? You can kindly let me know. I'll address that. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So, for as I was mentioning that the automation involves 2 steps. One is the first process is defining your order placement parameters in the Algomojo platform. So how do we do that? We will get into this left side tabs called My Strategies. Then we define the order management parameters by creating a new strategy. So once you click on this, you will be able to see the order parameter that needs to be updated. These are pretty simple things which you would be doing on a day-to-day basis. Like it'll ask for a name. I say that 31st, or a name could be anything. August. Nifty, for example. We'll try and see how do we do a Nifty automation, Nifty futures trade. Then it will ask the rule. As I was mentioning, there are 5 categories of rules that we have done in the which needs to be necessarily selected based on your strategy or the kind of indicator that you want to automate. So it could be either long only, short only, long plus short, and stop and reverse. So for the trading in Nifty, let's use this. We'll be using Supertrend for the automation. Supertrend will require a rule called stop and reversal. We select that rule here. Then we'll need to select the segment. I'll say futures and options. So you have 3 categories: equity, futures and options, and dynamic options. Let's look at how do we do for futures. We can also try for options if we would like to have a look at it. So once you select the segment, it'll ask for what is the trading symbol to be used. Then you can say Nifty. Once you type in a few letters of the instrument that you want to trade, you'll get a drop down. Please select it from the drop down. I've taken Nifty future September month. Then order type could be NRML or MIS. So we'll keep it as NRML. If you're a day trader, please select MIS. Then price type is always market. You need not have to do anything here. And the number of lots you will need to change default based on the instrument that you select here, like Nifty, Bank Nifty, or Fin Nifty, or it could be stock futures also. The quantity would be defined here. As you can see here, Nifty one lot is 25. So it is automatically shown in terms of lot and also quantity. If you change this to say 100 lots, the quantity becomes 2,500. As you can see, Nifty has got a freeze limit of 1,800. So whenever we generate a signal, the 2,500 quantity would be placed as two orders, one of 1,800 and another of 700. So depending on the quantity that you defined here, the split quantity will also get updated. So if I make this say one lot, as you can see here, split nothing, there's nothing available. You need not have to do anything. The system will automatically update the split quantity. And in case if you want to modify to place it as, say, for example, if here I say 100 lots, if I want to place multiple orders, may not be always necessary. You can also redefine how much, what is the quantity that you want to change. So you can do the selections also from here. Yeah. So depending on what you select here, the quantity also gets varied. For demo purpose, let's keep it as 100 lots. So quantity will be 2,500. Then if you want to do a rollover, you can select it from here. Otherwise, you can say don't rollover. So if you say next month, it'll on the expiry day, it will shift over to the October contract. The dates will be seen here, just below what you select. If you select rollover next month, it will show you what is the expiry date. It will show. Now I'll keep it as don't roll over. Chart symbol, you can leave that blank. You need not have to update that. Then for order, for your risk management, we have given the target and the stop loss. Target can be set either as a percentage or in terms of points. Say if I say points, I can say target, I'll keep it as 100 points. Then stop loss, if I say again points, I can keep it as say 50 points. So depending on your study and requirement, you can define those parameters, the target and stop loss values. So suppose Nifty future, you've taken trade at 24, 20, say 25,000, whatever is current price. And you're looking at a target of 100. So if it reaches, say 24,500, from 24,500, it reaches 24,600, the portion will get closed for you. Similarly, if it hits the stop loss, based on the traded price, what you have taken of the position, it will get squared off. So for now, since the markets are closed, I'll leave this as none, both stop loss and target. Now, these are some of the basic stuff which are required to be updated by you, which you normally do anyway while placing an order in your broker account. So same thing, it gets defined here. You can also, if you want to change the start time, suppose you don't want to trade say before 11 o'clock in the morning, you can change the time also. End time, again, suppose you don't want to place orders for any signals generated after say 2 p.m. Or 3 p.m. You can say that after 2 p.m. I don't want any new signals to be honored. You can set the end time as that. So if TradingView or Amibroker, from wherever you're sending the signals after that set time, it will be ignored. Similarly, if you are an MIS trader, if you want to square off your positions, say by 2:30 instead of waiting till 3:15 as such, then you can set the square off time. Similarly, expiry, on the day of expiry, if you don't want to wait till the end of the day, if you want to do a expiry square off at say 1 o'clock in the afternoon, move the current position, close the current position and take next week's position. At 1 o'clock, it will do that automatically for you. So in case if you want to set change any of these start time, end time, expiry time, or rollover time, you can do that. So once you update these parameters on our web page, you do a submit. So the strategy gets created successfully. Once the strategy is, all the parameters are available, this gets generated, this gets saved, and let's say that strategy has been created successfully. Once that is done, you get certain things which are generated in our website. One is the long webhook URL, which you need to copy and paste it in TradingView. So this code all you need to do is just go here and say copy. It will get copied to the clipboard. We go paste it in TradingView or in Amibroker. And for in TradingView, you will need to use a certain message in the message box. That content is also provided by us, so you need not have to worry as to what should be put in there. So depending on the strategy or the indicator that you're going to use, copy the necessary message content and paste it there. So for automation purpose, the only thing that needs to be done is copy paste the webhook URL and copy paste this content that we are given in TradingView. For Amibroker, after loading the module, you have to update that chart in the parameters, only the webhook URL. So it is as simple as that. There's no other changes to be done. We'll look at a live demo today as to how do we do this in TradingView. So once the strategy is created, you go back using the back button here. So by default, it will be in inactive state. You can enable the live trade or the paper trade. Once you enable any of these, only then the execution will happen for the signals that are generated from your charting tool. So this is the strategy that we created, 31st August Nifty. Now, after setting up the parameters in the Algomojo platform, we go to the trading view and do the setup there. Any questions so far? You could kindly feel free to raise them in the Q&A box. Yes, how to align existing portion for automatic. Yeah, let's look at that also. I'll show that also. Good that you brought in. Okay. So once you create the strategy here, there are you will be able to see an actions facility that is given here. Edit is for editing the parameters that you just set. If you want to view, you can have it view. If you want to clone it, and for creating one more strategy, you can similarly do that tab using the clone tab. If you want to add a watch list, this is where we do it. For Telegram notification, we use this facility given here. Then certain things called view logs and portion reconciliation, delete data, disable, all these are provided as a drop down here. You can select any of the actions that you want to do. Also, there is a facility for generating the signals from here. So once you select a paper trade or a live trade, you get for generating the signal, you can do that from here. As you can see here, there's a buy, sell, short cover or a square off facility available. So if I say buy, the order will get placed, and any order that gets placed, you will be able to see them under My Signals. If you go to My Signals, it will show you various tabs. First tab is the Signals tab. Then orders, position, holdings, realized P&L, and summary tabs. So as you can see under the signals, we have various strategies. You can view what are the orders received based on the strategy level as such. So if you are running multiple strategies, for each of those, what are the signals generated that can be viewed from here. So this is a strategy that we are going to watch today. So it will tell you in the remarks, you'll be able to make out what is that we have done. It is a manual buy signal which has been generated, and what is the IP from which is generated, and what is the status. If it is executed, you'll get it as completed, otherwise rejected based on. It will also tell you, if you take the cursor there, what is the reason for rejection if the order is rejected. So then the orders place can be seen here. As we had mentioned, the quantity to be traded is 2,500. So the system has split it into two orders, 1,800 and 700 for you. So I click of one button. So it could be any quantity. So even if it's 10,000 also, you'll have multiple orders placed at simultaneously. So as you can see here, the P indicates paper trade. If it is a live trade, it will give you blank here. So if you go to portions, you will be able to see what are the portions which are running. Now, if you're in a live market, you'll be able to see the average price and the LTP in real-time condition. The M2M and the P&L will be updated as well for you. So in case you decide that, okay, there is good profit or the stop loss is the trend is not in your favor, then if you want to square off, you can do it from here also. You say square off from here, the portion will get squared off. So once the square off is done, the quantity becomes 0. You could look at that also. There's a square off process initiated. You can see that manual portion square off initiated. If it was an automatic, then the remarks would be blank as well. If it is manual, it will tell you whether buy, sell, square off, whatever has happened under the remarks section. So you can see the actions also, buy and portion square off kind of actions you'll be able to make out from this page itself. We will also look at how to place suppose how to align the existing portion, and once the manual signal is generated, any signal generated, and if the strategy is linked to your trading view strategy, it will remember that, okay, you've taken the portion manually, and whenever a signal is generated in whatever direction from trading view, it will automatically close or open the portion for you. We will see that also how it is done. Now, as of now, the portion has become 0 because we did a manual square off. Now, coming to trading view. So let's look at how. So this is the super trend strategy for today's demo. See, a couple of things in TradingView. Sure, a lot of people have used TradingView and have got good knowledge about how to handle this. A quick summary: if you want to automate using TradingView, you will need to have the webhook URL facility, which comes with the paid version. You will need to have the minimum subscription at least. With the free version, the webhook URL automation facility will not be available. So for automation, you have to take the subscription of TradingView necessarily. So once you have the subscription of TradingView, you need to select the instrument that you want to trade. Say, for example, today, let's look at Bitcoin. The market will be on, and we should be able to see in the live how it works. Yeah, select Bitcoin. And important is the next step is to choose. So select the instrument that you want to create the alert for automation and the time frame. This is more important. These two steps are very important. The alert creation is based on what is the symbol that you have chosen and what is the time frame. So if you want to trade a 1 minute time frame, you have to create one alert. If you want to trade in 5 minutes, then you have to create one more alert for 5 minutes. Say if it is 1 hour, you have to create one more for hourly kind of time frame. So symbol, after that you select the time frame and then get into the process of setting up the alert. So as you can see here, super trend is always in trade. So it is either buy or sell, always in trade, either long or short or long or short. So that is why we use a rule called the stop and reverse. Now, there are strategies that we come across where it takes a trade and then it closes the trade, and for some time there'll be no trades at all. Market is in a consolidation mode, or the strategy doesn't trigger any orders. So it'll be in there'll be no trade for some time. Then again, it'll say give you a buy trade or a sell trade, depending on how the price is moving. So for those kind of strategies which run in the charting tool, you will need to use a different rule called long plus short. Now, if you're a trader who would say that, okay, I will use super trend kind of strategy and always take only the buy trades. So when the buy comes, I'll take the long position, and when the sell comes, I'll close the long position, and I don't want to take the short position. Then you have to use the rule called long only. So it will take the long position for you, and when the sell comes, it will close the long position, and there will be no trades further till another new buy signal is generated on your strategy. So once you get a buy again, it will take a long trade and close it here. Say when the sell comes, it will close the position and no trades for you. The vice versa of that is for people who want to take only the short trades. So it will take a short trade here, and when the buy comes, it will stop the short trade and not take any new trade. And again, when the sell comes, it will take another short trade. So that for the people who want to take only the short signals, use the rule called short only. So long only and short only, depending on what you want to trade, what kind of signals that you want to trade, you have to choose the appropriate the rule in Algomojo also. Now, if there is a mismatch in the way your strategy is defining the buy sell and what you have selected in Algomojo, then your trades will go for it will be haywire. It will get distorted. It will not be taken properly. So be clear as to what is the kind of rule that you need to use in Algomojo. So whether it is long only or short only, or long plus short, or stop and reverse kind of thing. So for trading in super trend, using super trend, we have chosen the rule called stop and reverse. So once you have selected the instrument and the time frame, loaded your strategy here. For automation purpose, you come to the strategy. For example, you are able to see the super trend. Come to the strategy, you get these three dotted points. Click on that and say add alert on super trend. It opens a new window. These are facilities provided by TradingView, which you will need to update for placing orders automatically. So as I was mentioning, the order placement, the process is a pretty simple process that we have done. All you have to do is paste the message content in this area. So whatever you're seeing there, you need to remove those. And then, I copy it from my, go to my strategy that I have created, go to view and come down here. And I copy this content. When you say content, it gets copied onto the clipboard. Go to the message box here and paste it. And paste it here. So this is one copy paste that we need to do. And the second copy paste is webhook URL. So by default, TradingView takes the previous webhook URL that you have enabled. So remove that. Go back to Algomojo. From here, copy the webhook URL, come back to TradingView and paste it here. As you can see, the differentiator is this, which is important. So any signal coming from TradingView, we associate based on the TradingView, the webhook URL that is received. This webhook URL is created for a strategy called TC155, which you will be able to see here. As you can see here, this is a unique number that our system allocates. So any signal coming from TradingView, it reaches Algomojo and it will scan for what is the code given there. And it in this case, it is TC155. It knows that, okay, this the signal pertains to this strategy which has been created by the user. So it will go to this strategy and take the next appropriate buy sell process as such. So as I was mentioning, you do the copy, the paste the webhook URL here, and in the settings message box, paste the content that we are given here, and give a name. It can be any name which is more relevant to what you're trading, so that it becomes easier for you to associate what is happening. So I will say that as 31st AUG Nifty. It can be any name for you to associate with the strategy that you're running. Okay, that is all the process required to automate now. So once these two are done, copy paste is done, we'll say create, and whatever you have defined here will be shown on the alert section here. As you can see here, you will see this. This is the strategy that we just created. So it will wait for the signal to be generated so that the necessary action could be taken when the new signal comes. Now, somebody was asking that how do I take a manual trade and link it with the strategy which is running? Now, for example, say while the super trend is in a short mode, so I have not taken the short trade yet, but instead of waiting till the next buy signal comes, I would like to take the position and link it with super trend here. So how do we do that? We go to Algomojo here and say that, okay, I do a sell. So that means because super trend in TradingView is running in sell mode, so it is running a short position. So I create a sell position. I am able to see here that a manual sell signal has been generated and order has been placed for uh, a Nifty 2500 quantity of short. And if you go to positions, you can see that your quantity is already, it's a short position of 2500 quantity. Now, this strategy has been linked to TradingView, this strategy. So when the buy comes here, so what it will do is it will come, this strategy, when the buy comes, the portion, the next signal will be buy. So it will square off the existing short portion and take the long portion. That's how it works here. So this is how you can link with the portion which is already running. So here, since it was running in short, I've added a short portion, and I will leave the system or the alert that I've created to carry forward the future trades. So when the buy comes, it will close the short portion and take the new long portion. And again, if a sell comes, it will take the close the long portion and take the short portion. Okay, so it will go on as long as you have this strategy active. You can pause the strategy in case if you feel that, okay, I don't want to take any trades on this because for whatever reason, your study says that the market might get into consolidation mode, or you expect the trend reversal to happen shortly. So you want to pause it, you can do a pause stop here so that the signal that gets generated from here will not be transmitted to Algomojo, and you can go and close the portion manually in Algomojo. So like once the signal, like what we, somebody had asked questions, like once signal generated manually, will it be taken care of by the system going forward? This is how we do. So we created a manual entry, manual short signal. As you can see here, we created a manual short signal, and I have linked this strategy with TradingView. So automatically any new trades coming in will be taken care by the TradingView setup that we have done. Okay, so this is one way of doing it. Now, there was a query how to align our existing position for an automatic. So for example, say if you already have a position which is running, and say it is Bank Nifty kind of position, you can come and add that also here. So you can say that, okay, add a position. It'll ask, okay, let me get into that slightly later, how to add an existing position. It can be done, and link it to the chart and Algomojo to take it forward. So any new signals coming from your chart will be automatically handled by Algomojo. Any queries? Any? In case if you choose rollover, if you are doing in futures, on the expiry day, you need not have to do anything. The system will automatically close the September contract and take the October. If it is a short position running, it will close the September contract and take the October contract. Similarly, if it is a weekly contract on the, say if it is a Bank Nifty on Wednesday, it will close the existing position and take the next week's position. So in options, there are multiple, or weekly options trading, there are multiple selections that you can do. We'll go through those also. Any queries? Any other queries? No need to address. You can type in here in the Q&A section. Yeah. See, in TradingView also, you need not have, it's a one-time setup that you're doing. Suppose say you are running this on a Nifty spot price. You need not have to do any changes. So you're running this super trend, for example, we've started with the September contract, and on 30th of September, what is the expiry date? September expiry is on 26th. On 26th, it will close the portion, whatever is running, and take the October portion. But no changes needs to be done in TradingView also. So it's a simple process. You do the setup once, unless you want to change some parameters like your quantity or the symbol or timings. You need not have to worry about changing any other parameters. You do the setup once, and it will this thing. It will take the new one. Yeah, in case if you're running in TradingView a futures portion, you will need to recreate the uh, alert for the next month's contract. If it is spot, there's no change. If it is a futures, then you need to change. Any queries so far on setting up the alert or in TradingView for a strategy like this? So yeah, let us look at an indicator-based execution as to how do we do it. Let's take one more example. While we might get a buy order, while waiting for that, we will create a check simultaneously as to how do we do an options trade in Bank Nifty using a indicator from TradingView. Yeah. So we go back to Algomojo and create a new strategy. We define the order parameters. We will say this name as bank, or say Bank Nifty option. 31st option. So name can be anything. Now rule, I'll keep it again as since we're going to do it based on indicator. So normally what we see is that what we indicators, say for example, if you want to use an indicator like RSI, it can be any indicator. If you want me to show something different, you tell me. Yeah. So I can try those indicator or strategy in TradingView if it is available. Say if it is, say, RSI, I choose this indicator. RSI is a oscillator, as you know. So like traders would like to buy when the oscillator is in a oversold or overbought kind of condition or oversold kind of condition. So when it crosses up from below, say a certain level, they would like to take a long entry. And when it crosses above and starts coming down, they would like to close the long entry and take short entry kind of thing. Let us see how do we do that. Yeah, meanwhile, we see that in the super trend that we just created the alert for. It has generated signal. You'll be able to see the details of the signal generated here. As you can see here, it's generated a buy signal at 11:02. What has happened to the signal? How has it been processed? Let's quickly look at that. So if we come to my signals, so as you can see here, 11:02:01, we have received a buy signal and the order has been executed. The IP is different. You can make out that it has come from a different IP. So order, what has happened? We were running a short portion, if you remember. So what should have happened is it should have closed the existing short portion and taken a long portion. So as you can see here, it has taken placed 3 orders for closing the existing portion and taking the new long portion. So now you'll be able to see that from minus 200, it has become plus 2,500. So from short position, it has taken long position. So this is how the stop and reversal will work. So it will take a buy entry and stop and take the reverse entry, and again stop and take the reverse entry kind of thing. So this is how the orders would get executed in your account. So here it is a paper trade. So you will be able to make out that this is a paper trade by the indication given here. If it was a live trade, you will be able to see the orders and the positions also here. Yeah, how to use watch list and those kind of facility, we will have a look at that. Yes. Now, how to align two account with one trading view. Now, for example, the process is the same. Suppose you have your account, which this is my account. I've just seen. I have say another account of my friend. I want to place the same order in his account also. So I log into his page and take that webhook URL. Create a same kind of strategy in my friend's account also, like what I did for myself. I do the same thing in his account after logging in. Suppose if he has got an account in Zerodha, I log into Zerodha, zd.algomojo.com, and create a new strategy and update it with the similar kind of parameters as to what I have set here, and use that webhook URL and create one more alert for you. So this is my alert. I'll create, say, for example, I'll say, sorry, yeah, this is the alert. I can say that clone this. So when I do a clone, it will make an exact copy of whatever I had created. So go to edit and I change the webhook URL of to the one of my friends or whoever account I want to place the order with. So you have to create necessarily two alerts, one for yourself, one for your uh, a friend as such. Now, this is the suggested method currently, and of course, we are working on certain facilities which will operate differently, wherein you need not have to create multiple alerts. Just one alert will be sufficient. Based on that, you can place orders in multiple accounts also for your friends and families if they want to be associated and they want to trade in a similar fashion as to what you're doing. All they have to do is open an account using Algomojo, get the free APIs, and you can place orders for them by creating one alert here. It's pretty simple. It will be very simple when the facility is launched. Yeah. Now coming back to what we were looking at. Yes, can we set indicator on spot and trade in future? Absolutely fine. That's what we will see how to do it. Either futures or options, it can be done. So currently, the market that is open is the Bitcoin. So that's why we are using Bitcoin. It could be anything. It could be futures chart or spot chart, any of these. And the trading instrument that you want to trade, that you define it here. So whether you want to, when you're creating a new strategy, we were doing it for Bank Nifty. Here you select whether you want to do futures or options, Nifty, Bank Nifty, or Fin Nifty, any of those. So let us create one for trading to check how do we do an options trading based on an indicator. Yeah, like as I was mentioning, let's give this a name as 31st AUG Bank Nifty, say options. It can be any name. The rule I'll keep it as similar, stop and reverse. Then segment, I'll select it as dynamic signal. So I want to say a trade in ITM2 or ITM3. You have a flexibility to choose up to 20 levels in the money or 20 levels out of the money. So from the drop-down list, you can select whichever strike that you want to place the orders on. So accordingly, you can select that. Say, for example, if I say ITM5, at that point in time when the signal is generated, it will look at what is the spot price, and as per that spot price, what is the ITM5, it will place order on that ITM5. So here I say Bank Nifty. So options, currently you can trade either in Nifty, Bank Nifty, or Fin Nifty. Stock options are not yet available because stock options, we can't place a market order. We always place a market order. There's no facility for limit orders so far. We're working on that and it is under development. Once that is available, you'll be able to trade in stock options also. So for this indicator based, sorry, trading, I will select Bank Nifty. Then expiry, you have multiple choices. So you can say week 1 or week 2 or week 3 or the current month, or you can always say that always next expiry. So it will always not take the next to next week kind of expiry. So depending on what you select, it will show you the date so that you can be sure what is that you are going to trade. If you select always next expiry, it will take 11th September date. If you take always current expiry, it will take the 4th September date. Or if you take week 1, it is again 4th. Week 2 can be the week after that, 11th. So you have multiple choices which are available for you as a trader, depending on what you want to trade. Or if you say monthly expiry, you can choose the monthly expiry. It will always take 25th September, whatever, 2 months also. If you're in October, you can say always current monthly expiry. It will take the monthly expiry. So let's look at always next expiry. Then ITM 5 is what I want to buy or do. Excuse me, sorry for that. So option type, again, I'm saying as a trader, you can either buy options, or you can sell options also. Suppose you are getting a long signal, then you want to sell PE, you can do that. Or if you want to say hedge your positions, you can do the hedging also. So let's look at how do we do it for buying. Then order type is always it can be NRML or MIS. Then price is market, so you need not have to do anything there. You can select the number of lots. Again, I will say 100. So as you can see, Bank Nifty, the freeze quantity is 900. So it will split orders into two. 900 plus 600, two orders will get placed. So if you want to do a rollover, it will ask you to do a rollover for the next expiry or monthly expiry, whichever you want to select. If you select next expiry, it will show you the date also, because I've taken the rollover as this one. It will always take the next expiry as that. So I'll say for now, don't roll over. Then chart symbol, you can leave it, and target and stop loss similar. If you want to set it, you can do that. Otherwise, you need not have to worry. Leave that blank. If you in the order type, if you had taken MIS, then you will need to say what is the expiry square of time. Based on that time, it will square up the position. Otherwise, default brokers expiry time, it will get squared off. Or date rates, closure time around 3:15, depending on the broker. They will close the position for you. Square of time as such. This is expiry square of, this is square of time. MIS is square of time is this, and this is expiry square of. So once these basic parameters are updated, you do a submit. So it has been saved. So we take this webhook URL, and for trading with indicators, instead of using this message box, we'll need to go to the indicator message box and use this content. Always remember, for strategies, we use just one. We create only one alert. For indicators, you have to create two alerts. One is for an entry and one is for an exit. So for a entry, if it's a long trade entry, then you use this buy as the code to be pasted in TradingView. If it is a sell entry, then use the sell. So let's once this is saved, I will copy the webhook URL, then go to TradingView. So as I was mentioning, it can be any indicator. Let me know in case you want to see any particular. We will indicator in TradingView. We will try and set it up as per that. Now, since the RSI is coming down, say I would like to take a short portion. If the RSI comes down to say 50, is what I'm going to define. Now, how do we do that? We similar to strategy, go to the indicator. If you hover the cursor on the indicator, it will show you these three dots. Just click on that and say add alert on RSI. So as you can see, the box is slightly different when you are using an indicator. There are more choices to be updated for an indicator-based alert generation. Let me show that again. For example, for strategy, if it is a strategy, when you say add alert, it is only the message box and the alert name and expiry date and these kind of things. Whereas for an indicator, you have multiple other things to be updated. Now, as you can see here, the condition is whether it is the K you want to change or the D you want to change, whether it is the crossing up or crossing down or greater than or lesser than, what these kind of things that needs to be updated. Since we are looking at a short trade, we would say that crossing down, this RSI crossing down below 50 is what I want to trade. Whether you want it to give only once or once per bar close, once per bar, or so depending on how you want to take an entry, update this. I'll keep it as once per bar close. If the bar closes below that value, at the end of after the closure of the bar, only the signal needs to be generated is what I'm going to say. So I choose this, then I say that name can be anything. I give it as 21st August. The option. Always remember, indicator, you have two things. One is an entry and the other one is an exit. So I'll keep this as an entry level. Then and here in the message box content, I'll need to update based on, since the price is coming down, let us take a sell entry. So I copy this from the page that had just created, paste it here. Then I would say that take a short entry if the value comes down to, say, currently it is at 44. If it comes to, say, 35, I want a short entry to be taken. And we'll need to update the webhook URL to, it's already crossed. Anyway, not an issue. We will take the webhook URL from here and update the webhook URL of that strategy here. Yeah. So as you can see, it is 156. Now, since the value has moved below 135, so sorry, 35, let's see if we can get an entry around 30. I say create. So once it is defined, you can see this line which we have created. So as you can see here, before that, let me try and go and enable this. I have to enable it as a back paper trade. So if there's a signal coming, we'll be able to catch that signal. So as you can see here, this is the level that we created for a short entry. So you can keep shifting this upwards or downwards. Accordingly, the values will also change. Now I brought it down to 26, for example, as you can see here, this is the entry. If I look at the parameters, this also keeps varying. So we had kept it at 13. Now moved it to 26. It has come down. So if I want to say make it to 40 now, because it has started moving up, and save, the price also moves up. And keep it below. So as you can see, you can keep shifting the levels based on your requirement after you create this alert once. So this is a short entry that we have created. We'll need to create a long entry. For example, if we have to do a long entry and if the RSI crosses above 60, for example, I want to take a long entry. So all I do is make a small change in this. I do a clone of this, then I come here and say crossing up instead of crossing down, and oh, the price will go pretty quick. So let's leave it at that. Let's wait for the candle to close and then try and redefine. Now, since this has moved up, let me shift this to 70 kind of levels. So this is the short entry that we just created. As you can see here, if the RSI comes below this level of 80, it will need to take a short entry. So here, and once it has taken a short entry, if it comes down to say goes below 20 and starts coming up, I want a long entry to be taken, and after closing the short entry, that also can be defined. So what we do is we do a clone of this and say that, okay, modify this and say that crossing up from below. Okay. Crossing down is fine. Here it is crossing up a level of say 35, for example. Instead of sell, I say that /buy. You can either type it here or you can copy it from our website. So I give a different name called exit. Exit, I'm saying because I'm taking the short entry first. I want the short to be closed and then a long to be taken. So here the name I've given is entry, and this I'm giving a name as exit. So I save this. So as you can see here, this level is created. So we have created two alerts, one for entry and one for exit. So entry, we are looking at a short entry. If it comes below this level and the candle closes below this level, the PE will be taken. And once the price goes below this level that we have marked, that is 35, and starts coming up, the PE will be closed and CE will be taken. That's how it is supposed to work. That is my expectation. Let's observe what happens. So as you can see, the candle is about to close. At the close of this, we should be able to get a short entry. Any questions on this? Yeah. Can we trade based on difference in spot and future price? You'll need to get that coded separately to run in a Pine script. It will be possible. Multi-leg strategy we will get in that. Yeah, see, some brokers, the APIs are not very efficient. We have seen that the P&L is not updated very accurately or as instantaneously as you see on your mobile. See, our suggestion would be to use the platform for more for entry and exit of your trades. The real-time profit and loss you can always observe from the broker terminal or from the position book or from on your mobile app also. So this is a tool for mainly to exit and enter into trades automatically. You need not have to place the orders manually. System is doing it for you. Now, as you can see here, the candle has got closed for the below this level that we have indicated. So let us look at what has happened to the signals. And similarly for super trend also, it was running in long. It has taken a short entry. So so as I was mentioning, you can see the signals or the entries based on the strategy level. So this is the Nifty. We just got a sell order on super trend that we were running. The sell has come. As you can see here, there is a sell entry. Accordingly, the order would have been taken. The other one that we created was for Bank Nifty futures options. So let's look at. So Bank Nifty, we had said that if the price, the candle close below this level of 70, we wanted a PE to be taken so that a short entry has been given. So as you can see here, sell signal has come. And as per this, we have taken two orders, 1,500 quantity is what we have defined. And as you can see, the PE has been updated here. So as you can see in the position book, this is for the Bank Nifty PE position, 1,500 quantity in short. And if you want to see the trades for all the strategies that we are currently running, yeah, there are a lot of inactive strategies. So these are the two ones that we created, one for Nifty and one for Bank Nifty. You will be able to check on the same page. So strategy wise, what are the positions which are open, you'll be able to see. If any changes that you want to do, you should always do it from here, either squaring off or adding more quantity, those kind of things. You do it only from our system and not directly on your broker terminal or from your mobile app. If you do any changes there or you sell off or square off the positions there, there's no way we will be able to read that and update in our books as to whether you're closed or updated or modified. So if you want to square off, come back here and say square off. Or you want to add some more positions, say go to actions here and the strategies and say buy one more or sell one more. Since it's running in short, I would say again sell, do a sell. Then if I go back here, so I've added another 2,500 quantity. So then you will be able to see more quantity in the positions that we are holding. The instead of 2,500, it's become 5,000 now because I added more portions to my already existing portion. So always use our platform to place any kind of orders, either addition or squaring off or target or stop loss, and not directly. Don't do it from your order book or from your mobile app or web app of your broker. There's no way we'll be able to reconcile. By chance, if you have done that and say, for example, you have closed this P position manually from your mobile phone, then you can come and update. You'll need to come and necessarily update. How do we do that? We come and say that, okay, since I made the position as 0 there, I'll make this also as 0 here and submit. So this position becomes 0 because I close it manually. I also come back here and adjust the position as 0. So when a new position order comes, our system knows that the position has become 0 now. I need not have to do anything on that. I'll need to look at a new trade as such. Otherwise, it will try and sell this already, which is you have closed the position there, but here it is 1,500 still running. So a sell order will go. So it will try to sell the PE there for you. which is not a thing that you were expecting. And if you have margin, it will get executed also. So be careful as to not to do any updation or changes outside of the system. Always use our system. In case if you have done that, kindly come back and update it in our system in terms of the portions and the quantities as such. Suppose you've done a partial closure and I say I've taken one more lot, added 2,500 quantity. I say I realize that I got sufficient more profit or loss. I will want to close some of the positions. So I'll come back and say here, I'll close it in my broker terminal itself. So I come back and update this to, instead of 5,000, I made this 2,500. Now the position becomes 2,500. So the system knows that only 2,500 quantity is running and not 5,000, because additional quantity which you took manually, you closed it manually. See, whether it's 1 minute time frame or 5 minute time frame depends on your strategy and your study as such. We are only a bridge provider. We will execute any signal which comes from TradingView or Amibroker, any charting tool, and place the orders for you. Whether it is profitable, strategy is profitable, good for you, drawdown or other parameters are better, will meet your requirement. That study you will need to do. We will not be able to recommend that. It is your study that you have to do and choose the appropriate time frame, and based on the time frame that you have selected, come and create the algorithm trading. If you find that okay, the strategy is good in a 1 minute time frame, so you or a 5 minute time frame or a 15 minute time frame, you select 15, say 15 minute, and create an alert for trading in 15. For every time frame and every symbol, you will need to create a fresh alert. These are some of the limitations, I would say, in TradingView, because once you create an alert, for example, here, if you see, it will show you that this is Bitcoin on running on 1 minute. Suppose you want to shift this to 15 minute, there's no way. You have to create a fresh alert and delete this alert which is there. So this some small limitations of TradingView. You will not be able to migrate the same thing into a different time frame. It has to be in only one time frame for each alert. If there's a method, I'm not very aware how it has to be done. If there's a method, you can try and do that. Yes, if added any portion to the system will be changed in the strategy. See, strategy is just generating buy and sell signal. It is not sending you any quantity. Quantity that you are doing it only in uh, Algomojo, and you are linking it to the chart that you are running there. Suppose you have created, say, indicator based, we were looking at Bank Nifty. Suppose you had opened a Bank Nifty chart and created the indicator based alert for Bank Nifty. So it gets linked to that strategy there. And this is linked to, say, Nifty. If it was a Nifty chart, it will get linked to the Nifty parameters that you had set. Yeah. So, any other queries you can ask me and address those. So, what we saw was how to do an automation if you have a strategy running or if you have an indicator. If you want to see any other indicator, let me know. I can try and find them and let us see how we can automate that also, if it's freely available in TradingView. Now, a lot of traders would also uh, trade based on the support and resistance levels. So suppose say they see that this is the support level for whatever reason, whatever as per the study. And let me suppose if you see that this is the support level, if the price comes below this level and starts moving up, you would like to take an entry and say, for example, if you find that okay, uh, This is the resistance level. Any long entry taken should be closed and a short entry to be taken. So you define the price levels. So if the price goes below this level and starts coming up, it will take a buy entry. And if it crosses this and closes above this, it will take exit the short entry. That can also be done. Or if you're a trader based on a trend line, say trend line, for example, if you say that, okay, now I draw a trend line like this, and I draw one more trend line. You can add alert. So if the price goes above this, it breaks out above this trend line, I want an entry to be taken. Same method like what we did for RSI. Come here and say that, okay, add alert on trend line. So the thing is similar, say crossing up, and once per bar close, give a name and copy paste the message here. Uh, the message box will be available here. For indicators, always use the messages given here. So copy this message, go to trading view and paste it here. And say, I'll say trend line breakout. And so there will be one more trend line breakout kind of alert that is created. So whenever the price goes up and closes above this trend line, it will take an entry. And for example, this blue line, we have marked it as a support. The price has gone below this, and I want to take a long entry if it starts coming up in this direction. So that also I can do. So I come to this line which I have drawn. I right click there and say add alert on a horizontal line. And I say that, okay, price has to go down and start crossing up. Only then is my support. Or if you feel that it is crossing down, you want to take an entry or greater than or lesser than going up, you can choose any of the parameters and paste the message box here. Similar kind of thing that we copied from here. Say buy entry, come here and paste it here. Then say that support, any name can be something like support entry. Say create this. So when the price starts moving up above this line and closes above this line, it will trigger a buy. So once you create these levels, you can keep shifting them. Say you feel that, okay, no, this is not the support, actually, let it come to this level. So if the price goes below this level and starts coming up and it closes above this blue horizontal line that I have drawn, I want a long entry to be taken. You can do that also. You can either do that way or you can go and change it in terms of value also. So once per bar flows, so uh, this level shifting, you have to necessarily drag it up and down. Only then it will allow. Otherwise, like indicator, there was a value also that you could define. That value is not shown here. Or you can say price also. If you select the price, you can say that, okay, if it comes to 59,250, and say save, as you can see here, the price has moved, support entry has moved there. So this is the price-based thing. And on the horizontal line based kind of thing, you say that, okay, crosses up this horizontal line, wait. So it will wait till the price comes up here and closes above this blue line. It will take a long entry. And when the price moves up to this level, you can say that, okay, if the price touches here, I want the, say I crossing itself, I want to do a sell. I come back here and say instead of buy, I say sell here. So whatever entry that has been taken at this horizontal line, when it touches this line, it will close your position. So based on price level or trend line or breakouts or breakdowns or indicators, The process is the same. You have to create an entry alert and an exit alert. So entry here and exit here. So once you create these two, it's a one-time activity. You linked it to your strategy. So you can keep shifting it. Suppose you feel that, okay, no, let it cross and let it price spend more time above this level. Only then I want to take an entry. You shift your level higher or level lower. So you can keep doing that. Now, after you have taken an entry, you can trail the order also. Suppose you have taken a long entry here and the price starts moving up. The sell which you have kept it here, all you have to do is pause it, then bring it down here and say that, okay, if the entry is taken here, I want to keep shifting the price. I want to keep trading it. I'll keep monitoring the price and I'll keep shifting this level. So if the price, the entry which was taken here, and if it starts falling below this level, I want the exit to happen. You can do that. So from trading view, you can do a kind of trailing your stop loss kind of thing. Of course, it will not move automatically. You will need to shift the levels manually as such. Yeah, see, if you have taken a position in 1 hour time frame and you want to change it to say day time frame, you will need to create a new alert for day time frame and delete the um, uh, 1 hour time frame alert. What I've also seen is some people will take an entry based on say higher time frame, 15 minutes, and they want to do an exit in a lower time frame. Say they will create an alert for entry for buy only, long only, or long plus short. Uh, Using the same strategy. So they will for five, they will take the entry at 15 minutes for buy, and for exit, they will use a 5 minute or even a 1 minute also. So they'll create one more alert, say in 1 minute, and take that as the exit alert. So your entry happens at 5 minutes and exit happens at 1 minute. That can also be done. Any queries? Anything so far? I hope I have addressed all the queries. How to align all existing portion? Suppose say you have say three you are running super trend on say Reliance on HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, for example. So you have to create 3 alerts in TradingView for each of these, and then come to Algomojo and create one strategy for each. Now, create one strategy for Reliance and say this is Reliance. Say select the rule as stop and reverse. Then I say that it is futures. Then I say that use Reliance. From the drop down, I select this normal price is market. I trade in one lot, and I have not set any other parameters. So I enter the basic stuff here and then do a submit. Now, if you can see, now Reliance has been created. So use the webhook URL of the Reliance strategy that you created and create, sorry, go to TradingView, open Reliance. Now you open Reliance. On this Reliance, on this super trend, I add an element and I paste that webhook URL here. This is the webhook URL of Reliance. Yeah, webhook URL of Reliance is here. I copy that and I paste it here. Now I'll say this is Reliance, and in terms of message box, let me delete this and add this message because it's a strategy. Come back here and paste this. Sorry, did not get copy. I paste it here. Now I've added this. Let me, yeah, Reliance gets added. Let me stop some of these. Yeah. Now I want to do a similar thing for say HDFC Bank. So what I do is I open HDFC. Let me try and see if I can clone this. No, it doesn't get cloned. It's cloned for Reliance only. So remove this and do a similar thing. Alert, add the message box here, call this HDFC and update the webhook URL. So come to Algomojo and here you can, what you can do is you create it for Reliance, enable the paper trade or live trade, then you can clone this. You want everything, all the other parameters to be same, except that you will change the bank, they are symbol. So the rest of the things will be same. Here I select HDFC Bank. So HDFC lot size is 550. So rest of the things remaining the same, I update it, or I can change the name also as HDFC Bank and update this. Use this webhook URL in and paste it in TradingView. So you want to, so we created for HDFC Reliance. Suppose you want to do it for say ICICI Bank. Go and do a clone and it'll ask you whether you want to clone it. Then go and make this for ICICI Bank. And say this is ICICI Bank. And change the symbol. The rest of the things remaining the same. I update this. So you have created three. So for each of the symbols that you want to trade, you create this for each of them and create alert for each of them. This is one method of doing it. Now, suppose you are trading all the strategies, all the symbols using only super trade. Now, do you need to create alert for each of the instrument, say Reliance, HDFC, ICICI? Yes, in whatever time frame in trading. However, in Algomojo, what you can do is you can define one of them and to that you add a watch list. So you come here and say that, okay, my first trade is going to be, first one is going to be Reliance. I say Reliance, I'm going to add one lot. And I say add. Then next I say is, I'll give a running number. I'll tell you why that is required. So here I say 2 and here I say HDFC Bank. I want to trade in 2 lots. So this I've added. Third one is I guess 3 and trading symbol I'll keep it as ICICI Bank. I want to trade in say 5 lots. So I keep adding all this into the watch list with for one strategy. I need not have to create for all the instruments like this. For suppose I had 50 of them, you need not have to create 50 of them. Create one strategy and to that you add the symbols that you want to trade and the quantity as the watch list. However, so what happens is from trading you have created 3 alerts. For each instrument, you have to create separate alerts. There's no shortcut for that in TradingView. You have to create, let's say, for each symbol, you have to create an alert for if you're using the same strategy or whichever strategy you are going to use. And whenever the only difference is that, say for Reliance, what we did was we used this as this message content. The process is slightly different when you're adding a watch list. So you have chart name and a trading symbol name. So what we do is in the strategy that we have created, say, for example, here, sorry, once we have added the watch list into the strategy, we have added to this strategy called Reliance. Here, in the view, when you're sending a symbol also, because here you created one symbol, one strategy, but it is associated with a watch list of say 50 symbols. You have to use this content from the web page, the strategy page that we have created. Copy this, come to trading view and paste it here. And in the symbol ticker, you change the ticker name to, for example, I'll change it to 3. 3 in the sense it is here. If you see in our watch list that we created, now chart symbol 3 is ICICI Bank. So in TradingView, when I give 3, I open the ICICI chart and I am creating an alert. Say this is for ICICI, and in the chart symbol, give it as 3. So when this message comes to Algomojo, it knows that it has come from TradingView against this webhook URL, and in that webhook URL, there is a symbol number called 3, and that symbol number 3 is associated with ICICI Bank. So, and I have to trade 5 lots. That's how I interpret, or Algomojo would interpret, and it will accordingly place the order. So this is how we create watch list for any strategy that you want to trade, or if you have multiple symbols to be traded. Now also there we have provided a Google Sheet kind of facility, which will help you to add multiple symbols in pretty easily. You may not have to keep typing it. This is constantly getting updated. We'll have a new version once it is ready by this weekend or next week. So it'll allow you upload from here. So all you have to do is give the chart symbol and the quantity, it will get uploaded. So chart symbol, you can give it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like what we saw, and the quantity. So as per that, it will get uploaded into our system. Sorry, chart symbol will be your this thing, names of the strategy that you're running. Suppose if it is Reliance, give it as Reliance. This has HDFC Bank, give it as HDFC Bank. This has ICICI Bank. Is what you need here. Suppose there are 200 of them and you define the quantity. So we will add whatever you add here and say upload, it will get associated with against this strategy here, and you will be able to see the list. If you want to modify the list tomorrow, you say that, okay, I don't want to trade 5, I want to trade only in say I want to make this 10 lots of ICICI. So you can change that. Or suppose you say that I don't want this, I don't want to take any trades in HDFC, you can remove it. Just say remove, it'll ask you to confirm, and HDFC will get removed. Yeah. Now, for example, you have you're trying how to align existing positions in algo. For example, that you have created this strategy called Reliance, and you added Reliance and ICICI, and you have positions already running in your trading account, but this you created only today. From Monday onwards, you want the system to get automated, and it has to be aligned to your existing portion of ICICI and Reliance. So what we will do is we go to my signals here, and here, go to positions. And here I say that, okay, add position. It will ask you which is strategy. Here we had used the name as Reliance. We will say Reliance because that is the name we are given for the strategy group. And here I will say Reliance. You can select from the drop down, and what is the quantity. Suppose you in your book there's already say 5 lots of Reliance running. You mention it as 5 lakh lots. Price can be if you are aware of the price, you can update that. Say Reliance is around 3,000, and I add to this. Now I have added Reliance, and then next is I will again say Reliance, and I will add ICICI Bank, for example. I'll add ICICI. I will add say 10 lots of this, and price I think is about 1,200. So once you add this, you can see that when you select Reliance, yeah, it will show you that these are the portions which are running. So this is the portion which you already have. And so system knows that, okay, when a Reliance signal comes from TradingView and you have created an alert in TradingView for both Reliance and ICICI. So whenever the order comes for Reliance or ICICI, I want the trade to happen based on the, suppose you are running Reliance long, and if a short signal comes for Reliance, you want to close this short signal and take a reverse signal, you can do that. Or you want to close the trade and stop it at that, it will stop, do that. So this is how we keep adding the existing positions onto our system as such. So you will need to, here we added two because for one strategy, because we have a watch list. Now, similarly, if it is different, say one for Nifty, one for Bank Nifty, one for Fin Nifty, you have to create strategies for each of them, like this. And under that, you go and so when you were trying to add here, for example, when we were trying to add position, it'll ask you the name of the strategy. For example, if you say 31st, uh, say August Nifty, here you want to add, say, for example, Fin Nifty. 24th, and it is 25 lots that you're trading, and whatever is the value, say, I don't know, I don't look at the Finifty at all. I'm not aware what is the current price. I'll just add that. So it will get added to that. So here we say that 31st August Nifty. So as you can see, Finifty has been added to your portion. So this you already had. So this is how we keep adding to the or synchronizing the existing portion to Algomojo. So and you can link it to the strategy and create the alerts for each of the instruments. And whenever new signals are generated, our system will be aware that, okay, these positions are available, and accordingly, what is the trade to be taken based on the signal that you get from trading. Hope this answers. Now, see, there's a question. Can we trade based on difference in spot and future price? And how to create multi-leg uh, for BF or IC? I didn't understand, sir. If you could explain what is meant multi-leg BF or IC, that will help. Can you clarify this point? Butterfly. Okay, sorry. See, when you are creating any of these multi-leg kind of strategy, you have to define each leg separately. Now, for example, uh, if you go to uh, okay, say butterfly, for example, what are the legs associated with butterfly, sir? Let me just check this. This is one thing I'm trying to understand. So, butterfly, how many legs are associated? We'll just check that. Or if you can say that, okay, butterfly or Ankanda, any symbols are Nifty by Nifty. There are four legs. So each of the four legs, say one leg could be buy a ATM call, sell an ATM put. Third leg could be buy an OTM 5 and sell an OTM 4, anything. So all four of them will lead to sell and to hedge buy. Okay. Now, so let's try and see how we do that. Yeah. Now, for example, I'll say say if it is butterfly leg 1. Here the rule I would say it as stop and reverse. Then I'll say options. Then I select we will do it for Nifty. Then we will do it for always current expiry. And then suppose you want to sell, for example, ATM. Okay, you are selling an ATM leg 1. Okay, I create this. Then the next leg that I need to create is I do a clone of this. Okay, I go and edit this, and I'll say leg 2. In leg 2, I will sell a ITM 5, for example. It can be any leg. I say an update. So I created leg 1, leg 2. Then the leg 3 is hedge buying. I'll say again a clone. Uh, here I go edit. Then instead of selling, I'll say hedge buying. Here I'll say leg 3. Leg 3. And head here I'll say that it has to be OTM 5 or OTM 2. I create a third leg, go back, and again say clone. Here I go edit. So here this I'll say it as leg 4. And here I will say that make this ITM 2. So you have hedge buying 2 and hedge selling 2. Okay. So we have created all 4 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, how do we execute all these orders based on one signal? We have to group them. How do we group them? We go to my group strategies. Then I create a new group. Here I will say that add leg 1, select from the drop down, then add leg 3, then I say add leg 2, and I say add leg 1. So here 4 of them have been created. So here again you have something called a priority, entry priority and exit priority. So buying, hedge buying, or buying an option. So for entry, I'll give the hedge buying as priority 1, and the next one I'll give it as priority 2, so that you get the margin benefit also. So the 2 hedges buying options are done first, and then it comes to the selling of the options. So then I'll say after these 2 orders executed, then I will say do this hedge selling, then I do this next one as hedge selling, and while exiting I'll give it in the reverse order, so that the sell positions will get liquidated first and you have that margin benefit. So here I exit priority, I keep it as 1, 2 in the reverse order itself. 3 and 4. So once I have added to the group and set the priority of entry, I give this as a name. I'll say Nifty. This is what I see, iron conda. Then I say submit. The process of creating the alert in TradingView is the same. Here you first create the groups individually. All the individual legs are created individually, and then you group them. And this is what we have created. So as you can see here, if you see edit, we have 4 legs that are defined and associated webhook URL and the code to be used in TradingView is given. So use this instead of the other ones that we used selected from here. So we used to go here and say select individual leg, webhook URL and the content. Content remains the same in the group and the individual also. Whereas for iron conda or any of these option strategies that you want to trade, you go and use the group, my strategy group, and use this webhook URL and the content in the message box here. The webhook URL, you will paste it for the group, and the message content you paste it from the it can be of the individual thing itself, or you can do it from here. You can copy it from here. And once you have done this, and you go back here and say enable for paper trade or live trade. And if I initiate a buy, for example, let's see what happens. So once a buy signal is generated, you can come here and under my group, you will be able to see these orders. So as you can see here, paper trade, this is group 115 that has been generated. Buy signal has been generated. As you can see here, there'll be 4 orders which are placed. Buy entry is what it shows you. And what are the orders placed? It will first take the buy option. It will buy the options because that is priority we had given to get that margin benefit. If you buy an option and use a sell, you get a margin benefit also. Then the sell positions are taken and you can see the positions. You can see that these two are buy and these two are sell. This is how we do a grouping and hedging or a grouping of strategies. So the difference is that instead of using the individual legs webhook URL, we use the group's webhook URL and paste it in trading. So whenever this gives a buy or sell, that group of orders that you created here will get executed. So if it's a buy, then all these orders will get executed. My group signals, as you can see here, buy signal has come. So, and manual buy has been generated. Instead of manual, it can get triggered either from Amibroker or TradingView or charting, any of these places. And accordingly, the orders will be placed in the legs, individual legs that you have defined. And what are the trading symbols, whether it's ATM1, ATM or ITM1 or OTM1 or ITM1, ITM5, OTM5, whatever you have defined in the individual legs. That is again a flexibility that you get because you can define what you want to trade. And one could be of this expiry, the other one leg could be of the next expiry, the third one could be of the monthly expiry. You have that flexibility. Based on that, you select the, you define those in each of these individual legs. In each of these individual legs, what is that you have to take? And whether it is option buying, hedge buying, or hedge selling, or selling is what we define here. And we group them, and based on single signal, all the 4 orders will be placed. Hope that is clear. So you can get in touch with us in case if you need more clarity on how to do the grouping and how to do these things. We are there to support you as such. If there are any other queries, let me know. I can try and address them. Looking at the presentation part, if there are any Amibroker users, if you'd like to have a look at anything specific, let me know. We can cover that also. Otherwise, this is what we checked with TradingView. We saw with how to do a super trend kind of strategy automation where the rule is all stop and reversal kind of rule. Then if it is a strategy, then you have to use a different kind of message content to be copy pasted in TradingView, and the webhook URL to be pasted. Just 2 things to be copy pasted. One is the webhook URL and the content for the message box. Rest of there's no other change to be done in any of your TradingView settings. Of course, you need to have a strategy, whether it is a strategy or an indicator. If it is indicator or price-based actions, then you have to create an entry alert and an exit alert. Based on that, it will trigger the orders, and accordingly, the orders will get placed in our platforms as such. Now, Amibroker is pretty simple. Of course, one needs to have an experience in terms of Amibroker usage. Slightly complicated compared to a TradingView kind of thing. Of course, it comes with its own pros and cons in terms of usage. The kind of flexibility and the features that are available are in Amibroker is enormous. Of course, you need to have the right strategy and experience to run it. In case if anybody wants to look at it, we can try it out. We have launched something called a strategy store as of now. So strategy store is, suppose you want to trade in super trend, and there are three. We have seen that there are three strategies which are pretty popular. One is super trend, the other one is half trend, and the other one is alpha trend. So we have built these systems in our platform itself. So you need not have to worry about creating an alert and running it in TradingView. The signals will be generated by our platform. From our platform, the orders will get placed for you. You need to do a subscription of those. I'll show you how to do that. So currently we have three popular strategies available in our strategy store. One is super trend and alpha trend and half trend. These are meant for trading either Nifty or Bank Nifty or Fin Nifty. Sorry, Bank Nifty and Nifty. Time frames are, you can choose whether you want to do it in 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 15 minutes. And default it is set for ATM, and you can vary it depending on what you'd like to do, whether it can be ATM, OTM, ITM, any of those. And the default it is for personal trades. You can change that also. You can do a paper trade or live trade. Disclaimer: it's not a guaranteed, assured kind of thing available with us. These are popular things which are available in TradingView and Amibroker kind of platforms. So we try to enable those strategies in our platform itself for easy trading and as such. So you need not have to have a subscription for a data feed or for Amibroker or TradingView subscription, or you need not have to create any alert or anything. From our website itself, it will get executed for you. A bit about our support structure. Uh, so it can be changed time frame 1 hour in provided strategy. You can see if you're from the strategy store, if you're adapting any of these strategies and you want to change the time frame. Sorry, the triggers will happen only from whatever we have set. What you can change is whether it is intraday you want to do or ATM, OTM is what you want to do, or how many lots you want to trade and do it. That's it. In terms of time frame, the signals are generated only for 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute. There's no flexibility in that. Or if you're having TradingView or Amibroker, and whatever time frame you want to run it from there, you can do that. Sir, explain automation with charting. Charting is very simple. Let me try. Of course, I don't have the setup done for the charting. Let me just show you the process, how we do it. See, if you go to our website here, after logging in, you have this module section. Once you click on these modules, it will open the module section. Choose the charting. There's a small video which is provided as to how to automate using charting. So it is pretty simple. The what we want to trade is what we check. You need to define first using a strategy here as a new strategy. And of course, charting people normally use for trading in equities. You select this as equity, then say I'll give it as charting. Name can be anything. Rule is normally what we have seen is long only, because if you're MIS trader, you can use long plus short. It will take both kind of trades. If it is normal or carry forward positional kind of trades, then you have to use long only. Then trading symbol, you can select any of them. For example, HDFC Bank. Let me select, for example, one of the stock here. Normally, it can be either CNC or MIS. Say if you're a positional trader, if your charting is running positional strategies, choose CNC. Then price type is always market, and quantity for while you're defining the because you will have multiple stocks. Don't worry, you can put any of those stock and quantity here, and necessarily the target and stop loss has to be given in percentage. because if you say 100 points, 100 points in the Reliance is different from 100 points in say a script like MRF kind of stuff. So for trading in equity, for trading in with the trading and stop loss, always give it as percentage. So if when you say if you want say 2% as the target, it will accordingly calculate for Reliance and for MRF or ABB, any of these stocks. And stop loss also you can say it as percentage, say half a point. Here I'll give it as 1%, and here I'll give it as 0.5, and we create this. Once you create the basic thing, we'll need to necessarily add to this charting the watch list symbols. So how to do that? Similar, like as I was showing you, go to use this link that we have defined here, charting sample upload. So once you do that, it will open a page like this. So update your API key, API secret, your broker code. Broker code can be seen from here. If it is say first of Finvicia is FV, FIF is FY. So whatever is your broker, update that here. Then strategy code is what you see here. Say for example, this is the strategy code. This is what you need to use in charting. Update that, and say you can upload or add any number of symbols. Suppose you have an Excel file, copy paste this trading symbol, and whatever is the symbol that is defined as per charting. Say if it is say Infosys, it is INFI. If it is HDFC Bank, it is HDFC Bank. That kind of thing stuff. So you define the symbols here, update the symbols here, define the quantity that you want to trade, and upload. Use the upload button facility. That you will be able to see under the watch list that you created. Suppose you have 500 stocks, all the 500 names will be appearing here along with the quantity that has to be traded. So once the strategy is defined and the stocks are uploaded into our Algomojo website, in the Algomojo website, all you have to do is follow this process. In the charting, select whatever scanner that you want to do. So there is a something called a create alert button. So in that button, you paste the web URL. And in the action, in the alert name, you give buy or sell. Don't use short and cover, buy or sell. Suppose for entry, it is normally buy. So you have one charting strategy for entry and another strategy for exit. So where for exit strategy, you use sell. So that's it. You define these two and save it. That's it. So whenever you get signals for whichever quantity symbol is coming under the scanner, that will get executed in Algomojo, provided those symbols and quantities are defined in the watch list. Suppose you have 500 stocks which are added to the watch list, you get a signal for a symbol which is 501, and it's not there in the 500 which is there. It will get ignored. It will say that chart symbol not found. It is the most easiest method to automate is charting. All you have to do is you have to have a good scanner which gives you the stock list whenever the criteria is met. In the you have all you have to do is in the this thing alert, you create a paste webhook URL and the alert name, give it as buy and sell. That's it. It is very easy and very simple also. Yeah, default settings can be changed for this. Yeah, we were discussing about the strategy store, for example. Let me go back there. Yeah, as you can see here, these are the strategy store strategy details. It's available for super trend, alpha trend, and half trend. And for instruments like Nifty, Bank Nifty, you can select know more about these strategies under this. Suppose say you want to trade in super trend and you say Bank Nifty, and you select the time frame as 15 minutes. You add it to the strategy. There's a disclaimer once you accept that. So this will be added since it's already there in my account. It is not adding now. I'll just show you any one of them which is already added. For example, here, yeah, super trend Nifty. Yeah, super trend Nifty 15-minute. This is what we have. If you go, see, signals will always come at 15-minute time frame. If there is a trade, what you can change, of course, is uh, if you are confident that and you want to use a different symbol, you can do that. Instead of options, you want to trade in futures, you can go and change. Accordingly, change this to Nifty futures, and you want to trade 10 lots. Make these changes and update it. So whenever the signal comes from super trend at 15-minute for this strategy that we saw, so for this strategy, we have changed this to Nifty futures, so it will start trading Nifty futures. Of course, default is only options. You can choose anything. You can choose any of the instruments you want to trade. But signals will come for Nifty based on the Nifty chart on a 15-minute time. So when that signal comes, if it finds that the symbol is Nifty futures, if you change it to Reliance futures, or if you change it to HDFC futures, it will take the trade accordingly. Our suggestion is kindly do a study. If it's profitable, only then change it. Otherwise, it is not our recommendation. Even the default settings are not our recommendation. We would expect you to have done a complete back test and be assured that it is meeting all your risk appetite, risk criteria, and it is profitable. Accordingly, you subscribe it. The easiest part is that you need not have to worry about setting up alerts or monitoring in TradingView or Amibroker. Our system will send the signals based on the super trend settings that we have done. The details of those settings and all is provided here under this. If you read this, it will tell you what are the parameters that I use, what is the strategy all about, those kind of things provided here. Yeah. Any other queries? Kindly let me know. But time frame is 15-minute only, or 5-minute, or 1 minute. Yeah, if you have chosen any of those time frames, a signal will be generated as per that time frame. And if there's a signal, it will take the positions on whatever is defined. In case if you have modified those to say a Reliance or a HDFC, it will take trades in those as such. Coming back to the presentation in terms of our support, we are available on all days except Sundays. Saturdays it's from 10 to 5. Rest of the days from 9 to 5. You can contact us using our WhatsApp number, or you can give a call to our help desk on this number. You can raise a ticket if you have any queries. We will address those, or you can send an email to us on this email ID. If you have any queries, kindly let me know. We'll get that addressed. My name is Lokesh. You can reach me, or if you want some more details, you can reach me on my mail ID, lokesh@finfolab.com. We have a blog, kindly go through that. Quite a resourceful stuff. Our website is algomojo.com. Thanks for providing us an opportunity for uh, talking about our platform and the benefits that we offer for traders. Please feel free to use the platform. You get a 7 day trial. If you find that it is meeting your requirement, you can go in for subscription. Also, start with the paper trade. And in case 3 paper trades are enabled by default. In case you want a couple of more paper trades, we can always do it on a case-to-case basis, increase that. Try it out and see that it is meeting your requirements in all aspects. Only then going for a subscription method. Kindly don't start live trades immediately, because we have seen that it takes a bit of experience to understand the system, how it operates. And once you get a hang of it and see that, okay, it is fulfilling your needs, only then it is worth going in for this, do the subscription. Otherwise, it is not recommended to use the platform. If it's not meeting the requirement, we will not be able to do a refund kind of stuff. So that's why we allow paper trade for 7 days. I think in 7 days, you can do the complete testing of the process. I'm sure it will be able to meet your requirement. Or you can open a new account where the APIs is free and you can continue using it free of cost with all the features that we just spoke about available for you. There's no additional charges. Thank you. I think with this, we'll conclude the session. Have a nice weekend and a good September. Thank you very much.